For thousands of Indian professionals in the United States, the American dream is turning into a never-ending waiting game. Even after spending years, sometimes decades, working, paying taxes, and following every single rule, they find themselves stuck in an immigration mess with no clear path to permanent residency. The frustration is growing as the system seems to favor some while leaving others trapped in a cycle of endless paperwork and delays. One Indian tech worker recently shared their frustrating journey online. They came to the United States on an F1 student visa, completed their studies, got an OPT, that is a short form for optional practical training permit, and then secured an H-1B work visa. After a decade of hard work, they applied for a green card through their employer. That's a process known for PERM. But due to long delays and a massive backlog, they gave up on that particular route and tried other option as well. And that was marrying a US citizen. You'd think that would make things easier, right? Wrong. Even the merit-based green card process is taking forever now. This tech worker applied for adjustment of status, AOS, the process that allows a visa holder to become a permanent resident, but their case had been stuck for months. They shared their frustration. Their priority date, that's PD, was 12th February 2024. They completed biometrics on 12th December. But since then, their entire case have stalled. Surprisingly, their employment authorization, advance payroll, Form I-130 and Form I-485 are all pending with no updates at all. On the top of that, their H-1B renewal is also delayed, making it really risky to switch jobs or even continue working without any issue. Meanwhile, they see other people getting their green card as little as 4 months, adding to their frustration. Now, this person's story is just one example, but highlighting a much larger issue that thousands of Indian professionals are facing every single day. The green card crisis for Indians in the United States is primarily caused by outdated immigration law and backlogged processing time. The US immigration system limits the number of green card per country, which means that applicants from highly populated nations like India face massive wait time. Right now, there are over 1.2 million Indians that are stuck in the employment-based green card backlog, and in fact, some estimates suggest that an Indian applying today could wait more than 100 years for their turn. Surprising, right? But wait, in contrast, applicants from smaller countries often receive their green card in fraction of time. Many Indians who initially applied for a green card through the employment route are now trying to marry a US citizen, and they are just marrying in hope of a faster process. Normally, marrying a US citizen would lead to a green card approval within 6 to 12 months. However, even this particular option is now facing significant delays. United States Citizenship and Immigration Services is overloaded with work, with applications, causing backlogs in processing biometrics, interviews, and final approvals. While some people are really lucky to get approvals in just 4 to 6 months, others, like the person we talked about in this particular story, ended up waiting for years without any updates. Though we cannot reveal the name of the person due to personal reasons. But one thing is sure, for many Indian professionals, the H-1B visa is the only way to legally stay and work in the US. But even this path is becoming increasingly difficult. The renewal process is really slow and unpredictable, leaving many workers in limbo. Some H-1B visa holders loses job offers because their visa extensions are stuck in processing. Others feel trapped in their current job as switching employer requires additional paperwork and approval as well. Even getting an H-1B visa in the first place is a challenge, since the system is based on a random lottery, meaning that highly skilled professionals have to rely on luck to stay in the country even after years of spending time. Many experts believe that the US urgently needs immigration reform to fix these problems. Possible solution includes removing country cap so that green cards are issued based on merit rather than nationality, expanding H-1B quotas to allow more skilled professionals to stay, speeding up the processing of the application as well, and creating new pathways for long-term visa holders to gain permanent residency more quickly. But for now, thousands of Indian techies remain trapped, just unsure if they'll ever get the residency that they have worked for so hard. The system continues to disappoint one of the US's biggest contributors to the STEM workforce, leaving many questioning whether the American dream is even worth it or not. What do you think? Should the US fix this particular system to keep talented professionals? Is it actually fair that some people wait decades while others get through in